It is your thoughts about what's happening that's causing the stress. So it goes with everything in life. So let's say that you have 1,000 people around the world and they all go through the exact same thing, the same exact experience. It doesn't matter what that is, okay? 1,000 people all around the world go through the exact same experience, and then you go ask them, tell me about your experience. What was it like? What's going to happen? You're going to get 1,000 different answers. Because it's not the experience, it's the way that they think about the experience. So when we're looking at what's going right, that depends, right? Yeah. To some people, they might find a million things that are going right. And some people might have a really hard time finding things that are going right. It's all about perspective.
Welcome back to Relatable Wisdom, the podcast where everyday people share the quotes that have shaped their lives, helping us all to find a little more clarity and connection in our daily journey. Today I'm joined by Amy Koford, known as the Happy Hypnotist. Amy's life has been one of remarkable transformation, from being a stay-at-home mom of 5 to becoming a celebrated speaker and hypnotist who's helped people overcome their deepest fears and unlock their potential. Her mission is beautifully simple, helping others thrive. So let's settle in and hear the words that have guided Amy on her own journey of turning struggles into strength. Tell us your name and what's your favorite quote.
Amy Koford is my name. I go by Amy the Happy Hypnotist as my stage name. My quote is, what is going right in my life? Am I remembering to look at all that's going right and being grateful for that?
What is going right in my life? What is going right in my life? Now, my big it's okay. The thing that I want to point attention to and ask you, because you're the one saying what is going, you've been using this for a long time, and so I need to ask you, how do I know? How do we tell what is right and what is not?
That depends on the person, doesn't it? So when I ask myself that, so when I was going through something very difficult in the past, I had to do that. I had to say, okay, I get that what I'm going through is really hard, but what is going well
Can
in my
you?
life? What's going right? And so to me, I would look and say, well, my kids are healthy. We've got a nice house. We've got food in the fridge. We have a car to drive. We have a lot. So that's, to me, what's going right. Health, shelter, clothing, food, life's basics. And then from the basics, you can go to more. You can go a lot deeper from there and say, yeah, that's true. Okay, those things are going right. So what else is going right? Well, my mom and dad are fine, right? So now you just keep expounding on that. What is going right in my life? That can be whatever you want it to be. To me, it's things that are going well. That's how I define it, right? And that can be everything in my life but one of my problems that is causing me grief. And so I want to get my mind off that and say, okay, I'm going to stop thinking about this big issue right now. And I'm going to start thinking about all the good things in my life. And that helps a lot. It helps you realize that you have a lot more going well in your life than you realized. It helps you be more grateful, and gratitude is a wonderful attribute to help you get through life. It's one of life's gifts.
Yeah. Because for me, I know you said right, but I feel like there's a gray line, right? More like it's not necessarily a gray line, but it's a place where that same thing could be right. It could also be wrong, depending on who's looking at it or where they're looking from.
Yeah, like I
I'll
was
give an
saying,
example.
it's all about perspective, isn't it?
Yeah.
So one of the things
Let's
that
say
I ask clients and bring up in my book is, it's not what's going on in your life that causes stress. Okay, so this can be for anything. Okay, we'll just relate it to stress because I bring this up on what I call the stress eliminator. It's not what's happening that's causing the stress. It is your thoughts about what's happening that's causing the stress. So it goes with everything in life. So let's say that you have 1,000 people around the world and they all go through the exact same thing, the same exact experience. It doesn't matter what that is, okay? 1,000 people all around the world go through the exact same experience, and then you go ask them, tell me about your experience. What was it like? What's going to happen? You're going to get 1,000 different answers. because it's not the experience, it's the way that they think about the experience. So when we're looking at what's going right, that depends, right? Yeah. To some people, they might find a million things that are going right. And some people might have a really hard time finding things that are going right. It's all about perspective. And so with that, what is going right in my life? Yeah, it's going to be different for everyone. Some people can easily find things not going right. We find what we're looking for is basically the gist of it. If we're looking for things that are going right, we're going to find it. If we're looking for things that are going wrong, we're going to find it. And that just doesn't even go with it with our lives. It goes with life in general. You know, we can look at the world and find a million things wrong with it easily like that. If we're looking for what's going well in the world, we can find that too. Just depends on what you're trying to find. You'll find what you're looking for, either way, positive or negative.
Wow. This microphone you just connected, why do I feel like it just upgraded the whole thing?
I don't know.
Preach on. Well, okay, thank you so much for that. And there's one thing I have like that is like the major issue here right now. It's not the fact about what's going on right in my life. There's always something that's going on right in someone's life. But it's the fact that when there's so much chaos and darkness, it's the ability to notice. That itself is a big problem. To remember that, oh, let me pause and say, okay, what is going on right in my life? Like to even remember to say, okay, let me look at what's going on. That itself is like, it's a miracle if it happens, if you remember. So are there any things we could do to facilitate? Okay. Are there any things we could do to facilitate noticing the things that are going on right in our life and then become?
One of the things that we can do is look for gratitude. So in other words, when we are going through something difficult in our lives, which we all are, right? At any given moment, pretty much everyone on the planet has something difficult happening in their life. But gratitude is, there's no downside to it. It's just really helpful because whether you're going through a good time in your life or a really challenging time in your life, either way, the gratitude is going to make it better. Let's say that, you know, for example, years ago, I was going through a really long, very, very serious illness. And it lasted, you know, almost a year. Yeah.
Wait, is it for example, or you actually went through a long illness?
Yeah. So I'm talking about a personal experience where gratitude helped.
That actually happened.
Yes. I'm talking about something
I just want to be clear.
I went through. Yes, this is a personal
I wanted
story.
to make sure that it's not hypothetical. So I need to like, so that those that are listening don't say, oh, she's giving an example. No, it actually happened to us.
Yes.
So stay tuned. Let's listen. Okay.
This is something that happened to me years ago. So the thing is, I didn't have to be grateful for the illness, right? I had to be grateful for the other things. Now, eventually, as you know, when we go through difficult times and then we get over it and life moves on and, you know, we're okay, how often can we look back and say, it taught me a lot? There were good things that came out of that. I learned lessons. It led me to something bigger. A lot of times, right? So the trick is to be grateful while it's happening, because it's easy to be grateful later and say, oh, it wasn't that bad. Oh, look at all the good that I got out of it. Oh, it led me to this thing. But when we're going through it, we have to say, all right, what in my life? I'm going to look at all the things to be grateful for, because it's going to make this easier to go through by being grateful for all the other things in life. And the other thing too is that when we're going through really good times in our lives, when life is going great, our dreams are coming true and all that good stuff, then gratitude makes that better, because then we're going, yes, it's more magical when we realize that things are going very well in those moments. And gratitude makes good times better and bad times better. So there's no downside to gratitude. So you were saying what facilitates noticing what's right in your life? Gratitude. Being grateful for the little things, the big things. And what I love about being grateful is that everyone on the planet can be grateful for something, right? No matter what's happening, there are things, no matter where you live, no matter what. I've been to Kenya. I've been to people's mud huts. I've seen the people walking on the streets with water on their heads. And they have a lot to be grateful for too. Different things, right? Different things than people that live in rich abundance. But everyone has things in their life that they can be grateful for. And that really helps. That helps us see what is going right in my life.
Yeah. One of the things I noticed about your book is love over fear. And I think from the book, The Alchemist, there's a famous quote that he says that tell your mind that the fear of suffering is greater than suffering. And so when I see love over fear, what's the book about? Let's take a quick pause. If you're enjoying this conversation and want more thought-provoking ideas straight to your inbox, join the Relatable Wisdom email list. It's free, quick, and filled with bite-sized insights, inspiring quotes, and behind-the-scenes reflections from our guests. Just head to relatablewisdom.com/join. That is relatablewisdom.com/join, or tap the link in the show notes. And hey, subscribing to the podcast helps more than you think, and it's free. So if you haven't already, hit that follow button wherever you're listening. All right, let's get back to the conversation.
Yeah. So I have been a hypnotist for many years, and I've helped a lot of people. My area of expertise is depression and anxiety. What I noticed with helping many, many people with depression and anxiety is that fear is a big, big part of all of that, right? We all know that anxiety is fear. That's easy. But a lot of people don't realize that depression is also fear. And there's a lot of things that go into depression. I've been through some very serious depressions in my lifetime, and that's what makes me good at helping people because I have personal experience of going through it and coming out of it. So I know what it's like, and that helps me to be better at it. But I have noticed that there's just so much fear, not only with the clients that I help with depression and anxiety, but that our world has too much fear. Would you agree with that? Our world lives with way too much fear, and it's hurting us. It's hurting our world. You know, so my book is about love over fear, because really I'm as bold in my book to say that fear is the cause of all the world's problems except natural disasters. Every other problem that we have in our world is fear. Greed is fear, right? Violence is fear. Dictatorship, all that, all sexism, racism, all those are types of fears. And so love is far stronger. Love is the opposite of fear. What if, just for fun, let's have some fun here. What if one day the entire world just up and decided to love instead of fear? What would be better?
Wow.
A lot.
Wow.
Too much to list.
No, I mean, a lot is not the word we should be using right now. I'm trying to think of a word, but it's not a lot. No, it's not a lot. Like, if the whole word, no. A lot is...
If all
a lot
8
is
billion
like,
people we made an agreement, right? A worldwide agreement. Let's love instead of fear. So much would be, like, it's too much to even list, but it would be so much better. And I believe that love is far stronger and far more powerful than fear is.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I know that, we spent about, 15 minutes. Yeah, when I edit everything and do some post-editing magic, the episode is going to come out fine and everything is going to look nice and sound nice. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're able to make it to the interview. And thanks for connecting the mic and making this conversation sound studio quality.
Yes, I'm glad that we figured out the proper setting so that it works. Yeah.
I mean, I had to pay for that setup, and your subsequent host will get to enjoy the benefit.
Well, I'm glad that we got that figured out. And I didn't. What is your name? I didn't catch your name. Well, it is so.
My name is Wisdom.
Oh,
it's on the screen.
That's your
Wisdom.
name. I didn't know.
Yeah, that's my name.
That's a fantastic name.
Thank you.
I thought the wisdom was describing the podcast title.
Oh, yeah. Maybe in the future I'll start adding my surname so that it's easy for people to tell that, oh, it's his name, not just the podcast.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. If you start a podcast, I don't know, things can change. I'm not saying you should start a podcast, but I know people have been telling you, and I know you're considering it, you're thinking about it. And because why do I feel like convincing you? It's not like I want to sell anything. So since I don't have anything to sell, so it's not coming out from, I don't have any motive. Uh, if you do start a podcast, right, it will be nice. Of course, I know it's going to cost time, cost money, and all those things. So it'll be nice in that it will make it easier to just grow your personal brand. There'll be so much content to post on your Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and you repurpose all this stuff out of it, right? And yeah, and then of course, if you do start a podcast, well, the reason why I'm emphasizing is I love to interview you on my other podcast that I talk to podcast hosts. And so when you decide to become a podcast host, shoot me an email and you can set up a time and for me to interview.
Okay. That would be
Yeah,
fantastic. Thank you so much.
please. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. I'll stop the. Oh wait, that's true. I nearly forgot. Where can listeners learn more about you and what you do?
What's that?
I nearly forgot. Like I forgot to ask you for your call to action. Where can
Oh,
listeners
yes.
learn more about what you do? And
Yeah. Okay.
did you get the question?
All right. So I am a professional hypnotist. I'm a motivational speaker. I do hypnosis shows, motivational speeches. My book comes out in about a month, and it's at the publisher right now. It's almost out. And then, yeah, I'm a hypnotist that helps many people with depression, anxiety, and I help people stop smoking in one session with a lifetime guarantee in person. That is going to go online. So if you want to stop smoking in one session with a 90% and above success rate. Okay. The call
I
to
want to ask a question. That's why I'm raising my hand.
Okay, what's that?
I just didn't want to jump in. Let's do it this way. I know that since your book is coming out next month, this episode will be coming out probably in July. So that will be way after your book has been published. So let's do it this way.
Okay.
You work on that call to action and then you talk about the book as though it has been published. Doesn't
Okay.
like it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Because when this episode goes live, the book will already be published. Except of course you don't trust your publisher.
No, I mean, it's what's today, May 19th. Yeah, it'll be out in June, they said. So
Okay. This episode will be live in July. So
okay, perfect.
I don't want people to feel like, oh, the book is still in production. I'm not going to check it out. I want them to feel like, oh, the book is already out there. I can go read it or grab it or buy it wherever they release read books.
Very
Okay, can
good.
we do that? Can we take that? You ready? Okay, where can listeners learn more about you and what you do?
Okay, so I've been a professional hypnotist. I go by Amy the Happy Hypnotist or Amy Koford. I am a motivational speaker. I am an author, and my book is out on Amazon. It's called Hardwired to Rise, Live Fearlessly, Prosperously, and Optimally. That is the title of my book by Amy Koford. So you can get that on Amazon, and it is so powerful. I made sure to give you everything that you need to stop letting fear hold you back and cause you suffering. And it is packed with amazing information, techniques that I use with clients that help let go of fear. You'll love it. So get my book. And then I'm also a motivational speaker. And I have a store that you can find products such as Stop Smoking, my seminars, my events. So it's stan.store/The Happy Hypnotist. So check out the Stan store and you can get a free happiness guide on there. That is a 41-point checklist that tells you everything, well, maybe not everything, but a lot of things that help you be happier. It's everything that I have found working with numerous people with depression and anxiety. If you use that list, it works. It's your happiness guide. It's got numerous things on there to be happier and more peaceful, and they work if you use them. So yeah, you can go to my website to download that or my Stan store, stan.store/The Happy Hypnotist or amykoford.com, amykoford.com. And you can download, just at the top, it says, download your free happiness and peace checklist. So everything on my store is for you. Everything on there is to benefit you, to give you tools, to give you a better life, to help you, to feel happier, more peaceful, and stop smoking or whatever it is. But please go to my store because it's all there for you. I have an audio for confidence, an audio for sleeping better. It's great stuff on there. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. Please, I will be very angry if I hear that in the future you change the name of that book that you just gave us and then you publish it a different name. There will be war. Just
Nope,
say, let me say my, like, you not
it
say I
won't
not tell you.
change. It's set in stone.
Okay.
Look, there's the cover right there.
Okay, wait. No. Wait. Let's see. Okay.
That's the cover.
You didn't tell me you have this, and I was there to struggling of looking for what to show them. Okay. Yeah, we got that. Thanks for listening to Relatable Wisdom. If you found something meaningful in this episode, make sure to follow or subscribe wherever you're listening. If you'd like to support the show, you can do that by buying me a coffee. The link is in the show notes. Every little bit keeps the conversations going. I'm your host, Wisdom Okonkwo, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, stay curious, stay inspired, and keep growing.